We'll be live, kids. Hey, True Believers England team here. And reports were wrong. I did not die. That being said, there are things to talk about.
We tried, but we can't kill him.
not necessarily tonight. Somebody said, well, you should do a spoiler review, and I will. The quick review is, look, I didn't play the games. I have no emotional ties to anything. So a lot of the problems people have, they changed this from the game. I have no idea about that. So I had to take the film straight up on face value. That being said, after watching 2 hours worth of this movie, I still have no emotional ties to anything. This was a spoiler less. My take on the movie Borderlands is very simple. I saw a movie tonight.
So even as someone that has no connection to the saw going in there, it was just like I saw something.
I did. Look, it was
that's bad.
It was entertaining while I was sitting there, but what else did I have to do but watch the movie? You know, if I was at home, I would have
walked out.
Yeah, I couldn't. I always could have gotten like if I was at home, I would get a lot of work done. It wasn't bad in the fact that it's not an entertaining film. This is, if I were to say anything, and this might be the worst insult of all. I mean, if you go out and you say something's god awful, oh my God, it's the worst film of all time, you want to see that shit. I was jazzed going into the theater because everybody's telling me I'm about to see some cinematic crap. I'm going to see something epic. The last time a movie got this much hate, I got to see Cats. And that was a fun, that movie was so bad, I had such fun wrecking into it. This movie is rice paper. This movie is rice cakes. This movie is the flavor of air that has not been farted. I mean, this is like nothing. Everything you need for an action movie is in here. They painted it by numbers. They didn't go anywhere. There was nothing done that I haven't seen somewhere before. This movie is not the worst film of all time. It's worse. This movie is right down the middle. Destined to be forgotten.
So England teen is our Grace Randolph. Got it.
I would basically
what the fuck?
Well.
Whoa. What the honest hell was that about, LK? I said nothing about you. I did not insult you. You got to go with that
He likes Grace Randolph. I think she's pretty.
Pretty. Grace Randolph sounds, oh my gosh. Grace Randolph sounds exactly like Bullwinkle and Rocky were mixed up. Oh, no, okay, so here we go. No, I just don't think this is the worst movie of all time. She's got the most irritating fucking voice. I don't know what I did to hurt you, LK.
I don't know.
Well,
I feel like I need to apologize and tell you to go.
She's one of the very few reviewers that had positive things to say about the movie. So
wait a second. The most positive thing to say about this movie is it's the most forgettable piece of shit I've ever seen. I mean,
you said it was fine. It had action tropes, whatever.
Here's
my point.
What I said was it follows every action trope and it does it paint by numbers. This is the most middle of the road film I've seen all year.
No. See,
we're waiting for Eric to get back.
I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let LK finish his thoughts and then we'll get to the covers.
Yeah, I'll just say real quickly. I mean, my thing is I completely respect the people that are been fans of the games that hated what they did to this. Yeah. Because again, it's the same mentality that, you know, we hate a superhero movie because they have so radically altered the characters or took a story that we loved and bastardized it. Mm-hmm. And again, it's that Hollywood trend of they have completely forgotten who makes this property popular in the first place. And if
I agree with that sentiment, but I can't do a review based on it because I have no connection to it. So that didn't affect me. Yeah. I can't walk in and go, oh wow, Kate Blanchett's older.
Now,
but all I got to do is say how Kate Blanchett
Here's the real important question.
Okay.
What did you eat at the theater?
What? What
did you have for the eat at the theater when you're there? Did you have Get some pretzel bites. Get some nachos.
Yeah, the cinnamon pretzel bites because they're out of cheese. All righty, let's go with the covers. Tonight we're doing the Phantom. Lee Falk's the Phantom from Gold Key. By the way, Charlton, Eric, continues numbering off of the Gold Key. You are in the driver's seat, so here you go. You get number 1.
I'm going 10. I love the skull in the background.
Okay. Alrighty, and next up, RDV.
The Phantom races through 7 deadly obstacles to play an and-fiendish game. I'm assuming this is the original guy, not the uncle, the brother.
Well, the Phantom's passed down for each generation.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is the one that basically. Is this the one that's in the current Defenders today?
More than likely, yes.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I like this. The way they do these is it, no? Was this based off? Was there actually like a TV show this time, or is it just a comic?
No, I think there's a pulp character.
Okay, so there was like no like TV serial or movie series yet. Because the way they draw it, it looks like it would be off of like they're adapting like a cover for of a movie. Yeah, I like that.
It's straight up. I've been wanting to do some of these Gold Key.
Yeah. Well, I mean, before this, it was it had already been a long-running comic strip through King Feature Syndicates.
Yeah. But I'm giving this a 10 as well. I just love the detail, everything on it. Even though it looks a little fuzzy, but I think it's purposely meant to be that way. It's not the scan.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I spent a long time trying to find the best scans of these. There is not a lot of great scans of these covers, by the way.
Hold on.
All right,
I need to find
MK,
something.
what do you say?
The golf clap. There you go.
Oh, did you say okay or MK? I'm sorry.
MK.
Oh, okay. Me. Okay. Yeah. Cool. I like. Yeah, it's got a skull. I love skulls. Skulls are cool. Yeah, I would go 10 with this. The detail is really kind of ridiculous. You know, the horse, the phantom, the what is that? A dog or a coyote?
That's his dog.
Yeah, and the skull just looks awesome. You know, skulls always remind me of like Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. So yeah.
Oh, okay, so this is a John Wick story. That's what it is.
All righty. How about you, LK?
It's got good atmospherics here. You know, on our scale of 1 to 10, where 1 being god awful, all the way up to 10 being super awesome. I would probably, you know, I'm going to give this a very good 8.
All righty. And once again, just as LK was reminding us, 1 is god awful, 2 is horrible, 3 is very bad, 4 is bad, 5 is meh. Means you look at something that does not affect you one way or the other, kind of like Borderlands. 6 is average, 7 is good, 8 is very good, 9 is awesome, and 10 is super awesome. And I'm looking at this. I've got to say, this is one of the most iconic Gold Key covers. Might just be in my opinion, but it is amazing. I love the painted skull, as it's been pointing out. It reminds me of my sister, so I understand you feeling nostalgic thoughts as well.
Do you think he can hear
but
anything?
I'm giving this a 10.
Do you think he can hear anything through that? He has the cotton over his ears. Mask.
Maybe, I don't know, yeah.
And he's shooting a gun constantly all the time.
Let's go to the chat, and here we go. Erica Boyd says 10, Joe says 8, and Michael Taylor says 10. Alrighty.
Not tonight.
Let's see. We've got talk about my generation. Eddie says 10, Dark Admiral says 10, and Mike says, how could you not give this a 10? All right, so we got 2 more. That's right. He scored before. Yep. Okay. 9 from Jackson, and Maranya saying Phantom #1, reminiscent of the Sunday comic strip in painted form. Simple, symbolic. This is a skull 10. So we've got a 9 and a 10. Next up is Brian, who says 10. Like I said earlier, I may be throwing these a lot tonight. Some of the best pulp novels ever. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alrighty, let's see. Phantom is an underrated movie. Agreed. 8 from Ice Tops. And One Slick says 9. Skull background is great. That horse is very well done. Not many artists can do a good horse. The dog isn't bad, but it isn't as strong as the horse. And so we got an 8 and a 9. Alrighty. Get over here. Can you please put up the tier list behind the... Yes, ma'am. Thank you for reminding me.
Scorpion.
No, he's not over here.
Get over there. Okay. That being said, I think it is... Did I catch Ethereal's? Is Ethereal the first to be skipped today? All righty. Thank you, Maranya. And let's get the stop on this one. And once again, if you haven't voted yet and you want to, put your score in. I will change the score if it does and move the book if it changes here. But right here, we got 2 8s and 3 9s trying to work off those 10 10s. The 10s win. All righty. Come on, Speedy Gonzalez. All righty. And so we're going to move on here. And RDV has the next one. You've got issue number 2.
Oh.
A series of jungle mysteries lead to a cave of the little people. But where's the rest of the jungle?
No, right? A
It's
series of jungle mysteries leads to the cave of little people and the mystery of where's the trees.
Where do you think he buys his underwear? Those look kind of expensive. Like he's
Well,
just
he wears his underwear on the outside. It doesn't.
I know. It's like
Yeah.
it looks fancy. One. It's got the stripes on. No,
Those.
but literally, he's got the gun there. If he was aiming the gun and shooting one of the little guys, like that would be great. This is this is like a 7 though. This is kind of corny though compared to the other one. It doesn't feel. It feels. You can tell it's painted, but it doesn't seem like it's well detailed like the last one.
Okay. I've got something to say. I think only Eric and LK is going to get, but
As long as it's not Gulliver's Travels.
Okay, what do you think?
It gives me like Sinbad vibes and that other movie where they're fighting the giant Cyclops dude. I don't know if that's the same movie or not.
Not Gulliver's
Yeah, Flash of
Travels.
Time with Jason or the Argonauts. Yeah, one of those. Yeah.
By the way, awesome film.
Yeah. I'll give this one a solid. I'll go 10. What the hell? Yeah, pretty cool. I like how that one guy looks like he's about to stab him in the butt. Just maybe see like it looks hilarious. You know? Yeah.
How about you, LK?
Cool.
Yeah, I actually like this one better than the first one, just because we have some more action on here. I appreciate that every little person here is in a different pose, doing a different action. So I'm going to give this a 9.
All right, Eric, what do you think?
I think the Phantom looks like he just came from Henchman's or Us. That said, this is I do like this cover, and there are 10 or so of the little people, and they are all doing different things, and all on. I think I'm gonna go 10.
All righty. You say he looks like a henchman. I think it's the Phantom is played by Don Adams. Look at that face. Tell me that's not Don Adams under that cowl.
I don't know. I think you missed it by that much.
Yes,
Well,
exactly.
1 little, 2 little, 3 little people. Not because they're not Indians.
Yes.
They're 10.
Yeah. Okay. So his pose is awkward, but what's the proper pose to be in when you're being attacked by little people? I have no idea. I think the painting, once again, is really awesome. They give his face some good detail. And like I said, it looks like Don Adams. And you're right. Everything is just, everybody's doing different things. There's a story being told here. But I agree with the 9.
Yeah, it just looks like more like putty to me.
All right, let's go to the chat. And Dark Admiral says 7. So does Ethereal Dragon and Eric and Boyd. So we've got 3 7s. Okay, dokies. Ice Top says 10. Joe says 7. Eddie says 6. And Jackson says 9. So we got 6, 7, 9, and 10.
Yeah, it looks like, when you see those videos, they have like the little guy person, like, in the video, and then they go to you're like, you're driving real fast, and then also to get to the giant person, it's like a little Lego hits you, a little toothpick hits you. Like, that's what it looks like, the scale.
Yeah, but then again, get stabbed by a toothpick and see if you don't feel it, though, right? One Slick is saying 7, Phantom versus the Lilliputians. And Brian says 8, Phantom's head and legs look a bit off. No, they're attached. So we got a 7 and an 8.
Yeah, it's that face. He just looks dumbfounded.
Michael says 8, and Maranya says Phantom number 2. Great concept, wonky art. Phantom looks awkwardly posed, and his head is too big for his body. Scored a solid 7, so we get another 7 and 8. And then we have Don Adams, ha 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 ha, from Brian's. Let's see. Oh shoot, I can see Don Adams in the face now. The head should be tilted to the right a bit with a pose, not straight on. Whoa, little people, I need some new outerwear now. Outer underwear. All right, let's get the stop on this one. And what we got here is 1-6 taking down one of those 3 10s. But then we've got 7 7s. So we've got 2 10s, 3 5s, 2 8s, and there you go. This is a 7, ladies and gentlemen. Oops. Boom, boom, boom. Alrighty then. My name is Elma Fudd. I own a mansion and a yacht. Alrighty, that was RDV. Now, MK, you get to lead us off on issue number 3. This
3. Let's see here. Just zoom my thing here. Okay.
And before anybody mentions anything about the darkness, this was the best cover available. All the other ones had tears and shit. Yeah.
Oh, it's at nighttime. It's supposed to be dark.
There you go. Thank you. Yes.
And
yeah. That's a horse, right? He's on strangling a guy. I'm trying to tell what that is.
He is jumping from his horse to the other guy's horse, knocking him off. The guy's holding a sword. In the background, you also have other soldiers fighting.
Oh, yeah, okay. And then you see him there on the side, lower right.
Right. Yeah, he's at his throne room holding up a lantern.
I'll go, I guess I'll go 9 on this one. I like the detail. Obviously, I would, if it was a little lighter, but that's just the cover. So yeah, just trying to look at all the fine details. But yeah, pretty cool cover. I like the action in the middle. I like how he's on a throne or seat, whatever that is in the bottom there. Yeah, I'll go 9.
Okay, LK, what do you think?
Well, if people want to try and get a better view, they can go to mycomicshop.com. Search for Phantom. That had problems on the side. It's brighter, but it also has My Comic Shop on the side of it. So. And that's fine. Yeah, I just seeing more of the detail doesn't really help. I mean, again, artistically, I can see it, but it's so busy and like with the multiple phantoms on it and stuff. I don't like it. I'm just for the artistic. I'm going to give it a 6.
Alrighty. And Eric.
Let's see. If you have a better or brighter image, you can see it. The guy on the other horse has just been shot with an arrow.
Yep,
that's cool. Actually, think this cover would have been better if it were this dark, because it puts some mystery to it. But I'm going to give this a 9.
Okay. Alrighty. And by all means, if you guys need to go somewhere else, I was looking for the one that didn't have all the damage on it. But like you said, there is a brighter color. What this is, but oh wait, no, it's RDV's turn. Go on ahead.
Yeah, here you guys. You need to go somewhere else to look at this cover. Go ahead, just leave the channel right now.
No, don't leave the channel, but leave us on.
Honestly, I like this. I like it how it's kicking up like the sand and the rocks underneath the horse. The detail that this guy is kind of like I don't want to say like a Arab sheik or something like that, but I mean he's got like obviously he's some kind of royalty. He has the way he's dressed. You look at the horse or the saddle it's got like a cheetah print or hide. You know, that's kind of cool detail to that. Kind of gives you like the Riders in the Sky, Riders of the Storm, you know, as far as the upper left corner, seeing that, and then you see this. And then, like I said, his throne room with the 2 freaking skulls on the end of it, has always been badass.
Yes.
Like priceless diamond cup, guarded for centuries. The Phantom suddenly vanishes. So it happens. You go to take a leak and somebody steals you from you.
Okay. What are you going to score this?
I'm scoring this a 10. This is great.
All right. Because I want to talk about what you just brought up. A priceless diamond cup guarded for centuries by the Phantom. So this cover is a story. And what you're seeing is if you go from the back to the front, you're seeing all of the Phantoms and all of the action that had taken place to protect this cup. When I saw him standing there with a cup, I was like, wait a second. Okay, so he's in his throne room. So is he illuminating the past as far as this is concerned? I think that's what's going on here, that we're seeing all of the ways. So this one does tell a good story and great details. I think when I figured that out, it actually elevated it for me. And I'm going 9 on this one. All righty. Going to the chat. And we have Eddie, what's up? Saying, you. Ethereal says 9. iStop says 5. I can't really tell what's going on. I get it. Alrighty. And then we have, let's see, giving pirate vibes. And Eddie says 10.
I gotta ask, is he talking about the cover or in general? Doesn't know what's going on.
Right. Yeah. Well, we mumble a lot. Joe is saying 6, too cluttered. Alrighty. And solid 10, detail and colors are awesome, says Brian. The Pirates singe. Dark Admiral Mark Chair says 9 and says can't make it out too good. Give it a 9, says Michael. All right. And let's see, 8 from Jackson, 10 from One Slick Dude saying the actual book doesn't look this dark. The detail is incredible on this cover. All righty. So we got a 10 and an 8. I use MCS for these shows too. Sometimes it helps. And I always, thank you very much for being here. If you need to go to a different one to while watching this, I get it. I understand. Classical poster movie art, says Eddie. Phantom number 3. Multiple Phantoms tell the story. The rendering is amazing. Better poses and lots of action. Sells this book much better than number 2. Score a Phantom 10. Alrighty. And it's easier to see it on the back cover, which is the same drawing. And Eric and Boyd gives this a 9. Alrighty. And let's get the stop on that one. Hold on just a second here. Okay. I'm going to give you guys a link.
I don't know who was reading the newspaper.
My guess it's MK.
I was just flipping something.
I heard chewing, and I was trying to earlier, and I was trying to mute whoever was doing it.
It sounded more like a tarp was going in the background, like he had.
Yeah,
like
just now. Yeah. All right, here you go, guys. This is
tarp. That's funny.
Or poster board.
There you go. This is the comic vine where I got all of these from. So there you go. All right. And let's see what we got. We've got 1 5 knocking out one of those 6 10s, 2 6s knocking out 2 more. So we've got 3 left, but we got an 8. So it's 2. And then we've got 6 9s. And that's where this goes to, ladies and gentlemen. All righty. Cool. There we go. That is a good cover, though. All righty, and that was MK. So LK gets issue number 4.
Okay. Jungle God of Witchcraft or Satan, whichever one you prefer.
Well, not
okay, that's actually a mask, not a person. There at the left. It's interesting. A lot of these, because of the painted thing, are starting to remind me of like the posters of the old Jungle Cruise and Tiki Room.
Yeah, let's invoke my childhood.
Yeah. Again, I mean, it's another nice cover. I'll give it an 8.
All right, we got an 8, and from Eric.
I'm gonna go 10 because I'm a sucker for those like totems in the background and like big skulls and stuff. And the guy's got flathead screws for eyes too. Weird, but I like it.
All righty, RDV, what do you say?
He's holding up a little kid, little statue, and it's spitting out fire.
I know the only thing that will make this better is if it was pissing.
But I like this. Yeah, it's he's like the evil witch doctor, and I love the Phantom rides on a white horse. It always reminds you of like the Lone Ranger stuff. I like that. This is the 10. I love this. This is pretty cool.
All righty. How about you, MK?
Gotta unmute yourself.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah. So I will say, guess I'll go 9. Yeah, 9's good. Yeah, I like the fire. I like that guy. What is that? Like, is he adding to it, or is it a little thing spitting fire? Or
it looks like it's spitting fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. As someone else mentioned, the whole tiki thing going on in the background, and yeah, it kind of gives me. Yeah, I like Zorro, almost like a Zorro pose, the way he, in that particular, the way the horse is up. Yeah. Yeah, I'll go 9. 9's good.
Okie doke. And let's see, LK, you started us off. So I'm looking at this. I like the fire elements, the 2 guys who are burning in the background. Like you said, it's not just a tiki with flat head, but he's got palm hairs and eyebrows. Like they put palm leaves is all of that. Evil Witch Doctor, everything's looking cool on this. I give 9. I'll give 9 on this. All righty, going to the chat. And Eric and Boyd says 8. And Eddie says Jane from Second Film, Temple of Doom vibes. Give it a 7. All righty, so we got a 7 and an 8. And then we have, I changed my vote from 5 to a 7. Actually, I just saw it. It says Ice Tops. All righty. Okay, so we take that over, we bring them to the 7s, and I will change that momentarily. And then we have, let's see, Joe saying 8, Ethereal saying 8, and Brian saying 8. So we've got 3 8s. 1, 2, and 3. Alrighty, then we have Dark Admiral saying 9. Jackson gives it an 8, and Maranya says Phantom number 4, another storytelling cover, feels like still from an adventure movie, with Phantom details added in. Lighting effects from the fires, well done. Scoring on fire 10. So we got an 8 to 10. Great. Let's see. This one I'll go 9, says Ice Top. And then we have One Slick saying 8. This could have been great, but for the ground characters in the fire are blocking the best details of the mask. Alrighty, and then is there a giant there? No, it's just a tiki mask. 10, very cool cover. Yeah, Eric, flathead screws. And then we've got 8 from Rhaegar and fire. I need tiki. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Fire. I need tiki for my bunghole. All right, there you go. All right, now my horrible Beavis impersonation.
I just died of cringe.
Cool.
Cut it out, Beavis. And apparently this time I missed Jackson's 8. Sorry, Jackson. I'll mark that down. All righty, so
you can't escape us, Jackson. We'll find
8
you.
And 8.
Great, Kirk.
All righty.
Jackson 5.
I try, Eric. Eric and Boyd. It's all about the effort anyway. Okay, so we've got 1 7 knocking out one of those 4 10s, and then we're looking at 9 8s, and then 3 10s, 3 9s. Nope, this is an 8, ladies and gentlemen, and that is where it shall go. Is the 8s, and it's my turn to start us off, and I've got issue number 5. Oh, this was such a pain in the ass, and I couldn't find one without all the spine ticks. But what we got here is the Phantom in the swamp taking out a guy trying to be silent, even though he's splashing around in water. As we see, I'm guessing a whole bunch of poachers walk towards their log cabin, which has a fire outside of it. It is not on fire. Actually, it's not too shabby for trying to draw that kind of bayou. I'm pretty sure what's his name could say the same. I kind of like that. And of course, they would still be heard if he's splashing around too much. But if they're making noise and they're making their own water movements, maybe not as easy. Like the painting. I mean, all these covers look great as far as the colors and the painting are concerned. I'm giving this one a 9. All righty. What do you say, Eric?
If this looks a little different than the other ones, it's one of the 2 of the 12 we'll be doing tonight that was not painted by George Wilson.
Okay.
That's your useless fact for that. And I think I can go a 9 on this.
Okay. How about you, RDV?
I can just picture him whispering in the guy's ear. He's like, shh, no speaky.
Just let it happen.
That's right. You're in the bayou. You're
what
mine
happens in the swamp stays in the swamp.
Swamp rats. I mean, I'm disappointed. There's no giant rats, just people. In the beginning, the boyhood of the Phantom. When I was a boy.
I was a boy.
Honestly, I don't know. I like the gun looks like a gun. Doesn't look like a laser gun like most days. It's accurate. I do love the detail on the grass, the water, the ripples, the shading. It's the 9.
All right.
Also, could somebody get this guy a shirt and some shoes?
I know walking through the swamp in bare feet is just stupid.
I mean,
and
if
it's
you're
not
Louisiana,
just what you're gonna step on; it's what will decide
bite?
that they need a bite from you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, MK, what do you say?
I think I'll go with 8 on this one. It's a pretty cool cover. I like how everybody's looking at. Well, obviously, he's pulling at Batman. Everyone else is looking in the other direction. He just pulled this guy. Yeah, pretty cool. Can't tell if he's trying to knock him out or shut him up or snap his neck there, but either way, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll go with 8.
All righty. And LK.
Yeah, I like what it's depicting here. I'll agree with Eric and give it a 9.
All right.
The only problem is he's too dang close to everybody, so they're gonna hear the splash behind him.
Yeah, I had to work that one out myself too. Okay, let's go to the chat here and see what they're saying. Eric and Boyd, Eddie say 7. So we got 2 7s going on. And then Mike Taylor says 8. Jackson says 7. Lighting is all over the place. And Brian says 8. So we got 8, 7, 8. Okie dokies. Let's see. Brian Stom says solid 8. Ice Top says 10. Joe says 8 or 7, excuse me. So it's a 7, 8, and 10. All right. One Slick 7 would have been better if the gun was ripped from the guy's hands, but he's grabbing the barrel of the gun, so is going to go off, warning the others. And that is a 7. We have gotta love these gold key painted covers of mini tiles. Dude, I have been wanting to do at least something of these for a long time now. I put Turok a couple of times into voting. Let's see. Tell me where to find King Creole. And Maranya says, Phantom number 5, another storytelling cover, which sells the book, which is what a great cover like this one should. Great rendering, great composition. I can't score this lower than a 10, and I want to go higher. As people said, I don't like stealth. Okay. Rhaegar says 8. Ethereal says 8. And Brian says I counted them twice. Okay. And Brian was an 8, so I'll just add one of these 8s that we just got. to make up. Alrighty, let's get the stop. But remember, if you're
wait.
watching and you want to put your numbers in, feel free to do so. I will change it if it's necessary.
I gotta say something though. If he got counted twice, you won. Because no one else has ever had that happen before. Nobody else has been counted twice on this before.
Yeah. Oh, Ethereal said 7. Okay.
Half the time they don't get counted once.
Yeah.
I know, right? Okie dokie. Let's get the stop on that one. And what we have is 6 7s, 4 8s. And we're dealing with 2 10s and 4 9s. So let's see. 6 brings down those 2 10s and the 4 9s to the 8s. And there we go. This is an 8. Zoink. Swamp Brothers, where are you? Here we go. Boom. And this circles. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, one more. We circle on back to Eric.
Circle back. Really?
Yes.
I'm gonna say 9.
All right. Now we got a 9 from Eric and RDV. What do you say?
He's saying, "Hey, dumb cat, I already called dibs on that." Beautiful mystery girl appears out of nowhere to face the terrors of the jungle. Well, that depends. If she's a Karen, he might let the light here. I like this. Except once again, the detail to the grass, the trees, everything on there. Even the detail on like the parachute where she's hanging from. Like the only thing that's unrealistic is laser gun.
Right.
I'm gonna go with a 9.
Okay. How about you, MK?
I'll go 10. I like the details. I like the gruesomeness of it. You know, like how it's it looks like she's about to be eaten by the lion. One thing I noticed that's interesting, that there's a branch, the one, kind of cradling her leg there. I can't tell if that's the same one that's going up, because it almost looks like it breaks off and then goes through her.
No, it's under her arm. It's a vine.
It's a vine.
If you look right by the T of the Phantom, and then you look past the parachute, it's right there. Yeah, it's a vine.
It drapes down like a U.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, I was trying to tell if it was part of the tree or if it was. I got you. Yeah, that's cool. It's cool detail. Like, it kind of looks like she's knocked out or dead. I mean, she looked like it could be either or. Honestly, the way her head is kind of.
Well, if you inches closer to that branch sticking up, she would have been dead.
All righty, LK, what do you think?
It's nice enough. Nice to see the gun flash there, because it's not a laser pistol. He's got regular pistols, so that's just the bullet coming out. If you imagine a picture being snapped at the moment it left the barrel. 3, 4, 5. Yeah. A 9.
All right. Now you raise a question. RDV, are you really saying it's a laser pistol, or were you joking?
No, I was joking because of the line.
Yeah, I was wondering because LK said that, and I was like, nah, he couldn't. Wait, what? Maybe do you think it? Yeah, that's how I was asking.
Well, usually when you say a gun, if he's holding a pistol, you'll see a cloud of smoke around the barrel.
Oh, okay.
And a bullet coming out.
So when you say a laser gun, you're meaning like they show you the trail.
Yeah.
Unless it actually, because
like
I've actually seen some guns. It looks like they're trying to avoid the comic code thing, so they draw a regular gun, but it looks like a laser gun.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's not shooting a normal bullet. It looks like it's shooting like the laser guns they have with the stormtroopers.
I was wondering what you meant by that. All right. Look, I'm looking at this. This is a great story being told. Obviously, we have a woman. By the way, an appropriate dress. Modern day would put her in something skimpy and sexy, but she looks like she was dressed for something like normal. And it does tell a story of her falling not just onto the tree here, but she hit something above that ended up catching her and slowing her to land on the tree that she's in. Not to mention, of course, the obvious danger of the lion.
I got a question though. Do you
What's
think
up?
was she controlling was she flying the plane?
That's one thing I'm wondering: is she the pilot, or is she a person, just a person who had to jump out? So a lot of questions asked. I also like the log in the back. This is very much like a lot of the woods I've played around in. So yeah, I mean, without the lions, we had panthers for a little bit, but then they kind of went the way of the dodo. Alrighty, so anywho, yeah, I'm giving this a 10. I like the detail. I like the story being told. This is very, very, very awesome. All right, going to the chat. Eddie says 8, Joe says 8, and 9 says, or Eric says 9. Chomp, chomp, delish. So 2 8s and a 9. Zip. All right, let's see. 10 for me again, says Brian. And we get a 7 for Mice Tops. Can you raise me to a 10 because Phantom went Full Metal Gear Solid and I just noticed, says Rhaegar. On the last one, sure, I can do that for you. Let's see, and I'll have to find out. Yeah, I think. All right, let's see. Next up, we have Dark Admiral Hare saying 10. Or wait, did you do? No, that was the last one. Let's see, 10 from Dark Admiral, 10 from Michael. Alrighty. And then we have Phantom 6, Damsel in Distress attacking Lion. Phantom about to help, just enough background to set the scene. Excellent rendering. Score, Damsel in Distress 10. Okay, my first 10 of the night, says Jackson. One Slick says 9. Something about the pose of the lion doesn't look right. Otherwise, great cover. All right, we got a 9 from One Slick. Rhaegar 10 because it looks like it looks real. R.I.P. Cecil. That's Cecil the Lion, not the internet personality. I keep reading Maranya's score statements like a poem or a haiku or something. Okay, thank you. That was awesome. And after Phantom saves her, he asks, "Can you make me a sandwich?" Okay, so we have an 8 and a 10. Let me get that up here, and then we get the stop.
I mean, priorities, man. He's like, I've been waiting for sandwiches. I can't make it myself.
Yeah. We get the stop, and what we got here is a 7. 1 7, trying to take on those 8 10s. Then we've got 3 8s and 5 9s. This gets taken down to the 9 category. Just barely, too. All right.
Alrighty.
There we are. Okay, before we move on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I need some
children of
topics.
all ages. Let's get ready to suck it. Sorry. Wrestling.
I need some topics, kids.
Topics, kids. Let's see here. Ideas for the next ones. All right.
Yep, that's what we're coming up with.
Whew. How about? Is there covers? Any covers that have celebrity guests on them at all?
Oh, okay, celebrity. You know what? I was actually thinking about that.
Jerry Lee Lewis is one of the Flash. You know, maybe SNL casts. Yeah.
Yeah, it's down. How about you, LK or Eric or MK? Do you have any? Oh, and MK, we're gonna save the horror covers for October. It's right around the corner.
Oh, okay, got you. When you read my mind, I was thinking like that kind of crossed my mind.
It's
slightly.
you, MK. It is you. All right.
Yeah, cool.
How about you, Eric? Archie Horror, Afterlife, Archie Vampironica. That's awesome.
Yeah, as those guys know, he did say horror, not horror.
Yes, I said horror. But yeah, once again, One Slick, we're saving horror for October. It's just a month and a half away. So yeah, anytime is a fine time for horror. Okay, all right, I get it. What's up, Eric?
Nah, since I usually throw away my choices anyway, how about Invaders?
All righty, Invaders. Whoops, make it its own thing. Actually, you've won a couple of these, haven't you?
I think so, I did.
Oh, I got one. That's not horror. How about classic illustrations covers? I don't know.
LK, do you have an idea?
I mean, I'll just renew the idea of doing the Black Terror covers.
Covers with black people. What?
All righty, the poll is up, ladies and gentlemen. So by all means, please vote.
What's up? He's only got a few minutes. Hurry up, vote.
Eric, who's up?
I'm encouraging the vote, sir. If you have a problem, go see a doctor.
I think it's kind of like Sigourney Weaver and Aliens. It's been so long, I just don't remember a time.
I'm like the little kid. You gotta save me. You can't kill me. You gotta rescue me.
Goodness. Yeah. All right. Hold on just a sec. I'm putting in my 2 cents as well here. I just got to open up the other brothers. Who knows, there may be others. Brothers. All righty. And that was Eric. And next is RDV. You get to start us off on issue number 7.
Woohoo! Wow. That looks like a Batman cover. Honestly. The flames of fire. The Geico caveman in the background with torches.
Oh, no, there's
Geico.
What were you saying, LK?
No, if you read the tagline, those are supposed to be super apes.
Super apes.
Ah. They're ruthless super apes. Defy the Phantom for control of the jungle. So it's a white guy versus apes in the jungle. Oh, that's on the nose. Dude, I like this. I love the fire. Love it. The pose. He's still tied. He's regardless. He's gonna get out of there. Even his thing he's tied to is on fire as well. If you notice that, that's cool. Action scenes. The one ape turn around. He's like, "Oh, look, he's getting away. Oh well." I did my part. This is a 10.
Alrighty. MK, what do you think?
I will say, yeah, it's pretty, as the kids nowadays would say, that's pretty fire. Yeah, no, I'll go 10. Yeah.
Is that what kids are saying these days?
Well, sometimes online, I always see it all over. People are like, that's fire. Yeah, I don't know.
I think they're saying it with that voice too. All right, LK, what do you think?
Again, it's fine, but when you've got a tagline saying ruthless super apes, I want to see the super apes attacking the Phantom on the cover. So just for that, I'm dropping this all the way down to a 7.
7. Wow, not enough super apes. All righty, Eric.
I'm going to give us a 10 because if I want to see the Super 8s, I'll buy the damn book and open it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll get all the Super 8s apes I can handle.
Okay. There you go. And I'm going to be in the middle there. I think this is a very good cover. I love the fire. I love the, I think it's colored great. The, just Phantom's looking awesome, well shaded stuff. The apes do, for what we see of them, do look good. I agree. The tagline's stupid for the picture we're seeing. I think the tag should have been something about the burning building, but the burning building looks awesome there. So I'm giving this one a 9.
Rager, you're correct. They should have had it in space with the fire burning.
It's peak fire, like the Agilite. All righty, so let's see. Mothers, it's brothers from. I got the for Emmett Otter and his Jug Band Christmas in my head for some reason. All right, so Eric Boyd says 10. I Stop says 9, and Rhaegar says 5. So 5, 9, and 10.
You know what's funny? I'm not a big fan. I've watched it, the Emmett thing, but I own it because pretty soon you won't be able to find it anywhere.
I'm pretty sure, but I can see why it's not your cup of tea because it's kind of slowish.
I watched it when I was younger, man. Like it's like it doesn't hit the same today, you know.
Okay, I mean, the nostalgia factor for me carries it.
Yeah.
I love that show. 10 fantastic cover says Michael Taylor. I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. Anyway, that's 9. So that's a 10 and a 9. 10 and 9. Did you read Defenders of the Earth that came out today from Mad Cave? Have not.
No, I mentioned to him like he said he hasn't finished himself, but Eric and I both agree it gets really good at the end.
7 from Ethereal, 8 from Comics with Dan, 8 from Jackson Raykirk, and 7 from Joe. So 2 7s, 2 8s. All right.
Yeah, and it doesn't.
Let's see. Then we have Dan. It was pretty boring until the end.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Jumps into. Well, go ahead.
I was just gonna say quickly, it doesn't tie into the Flash Gordon series that's going on right now, but Jeremy Adams.
Phantom jumps into the swamp, turns into Swamp Thing. That's what happens if you get burned with chemicals. Yes. Phantom number 7, Phantom trapped by fire. Just enough background to set up the setting. Fire is hard to render correctly, and this is perfectly done. Bring on the marshmallows. Score a fiery Phantom 10.
So if he gets splashed with chemicals and landed in a taffy factory, would these come with a taffy monster?
Yes. A 9, Phantom's face and head are a bit out of proportion. I would still buy it for the story, says Brian. And then we've got 7. So giving the apes torches make them super? Really?
Yes.
Or they made them themselves. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know.
More like blooper apes. We give a 7. All right. Let's see. Comical Frog, I agree, but that's about the comic. Please sing the rest of the chorus. I don't even know that song, tell you the truth.
Which one? I'm a Survivor?
I'm a Survivor. Yeah, I just know those 2 words. That's all the radio ever gets out before I change.
Who's asking? Oh, of course, it's Rhaegar.
There you go. Yeah. All righty. So let's get the stop. And what we got here is 1 5 taking on those 6 10s. No 6s, but we've got 4 7s. And then 2 8s, and that takes down 1 of the 3 9s, but it still remains in the 9 category, ladies and gentlemen. All righty, and we're moving on. That was Eric's, right? So this is to RDV.
Again?
Oh, wait, no. This one is MK's. All righty, MK, what you say?
I will say, yeah, that's a 10 for me. I liked how he's punching that guy off of the roof. The other guy that looks like Superman's friend from the cartoon. What's his name? Bobu, whatever his name is, sneaking up from behind.
Go tweet that out. Think Bobo
from Superman.
Bebo, yeah. It was started with a B. I just couldn't remember his name.
Bobo is close.
Yeah, and I like. Are those kids striking down or guys on the lower right hand there?
Those are guys aiming at the Phantom.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, kind of like a struck. Yeah, and I like that thing in the background. That kind of reminds me of the Crow for some reason. I know it's not. It's just the explosion. Yeah, pretty cool. And is that a rainbow in the sky there? Or
that ends up being behind the Phantom logo for a lot of comics now.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, I'll go for them.
Wait,
cool.
I think it was during June, wasn't it, when they're releasing these?
I can actually check that. This cover was May 1st, 1964, or I'm sorry, August 1st, 1964.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, Pride wasn't just 1 month back then.
King takes back over on the in number 18. And, and then
what do you say, LK?
Number 30. What do you say, LK?
This is probably my favorite cover of the night so far, so I'll give it a 10.
All right, Eric.
If you look to the right, the roof is on fire.
We don't need no water. Let
Let the mother burn.
Or maybe the rainbow is going to put it out.
There you go.
I love this cover. This is a 10.
All right. I agree. This is, go on ahead, RDB.
Well, the skipper was mad. It was only supposed to be a 3-hour tour. But instead they had to stop here. So this is a 10.
All right. All right.
Do you think that guy at the bottom? Do you think that guy in the hat down at the bottom of the panel? So, yeah, if he hit the guy that the Phantom's punching, that'd be a really bad minute for that guy.
It looks like he's aiming for the skipper.
I think he's aiming for the Phantom, and he's going to hit the skipper instead because he's a bad shot.
That's what's going to end up happening. But yes, I keep going on that 10 train. This is just an awesome cover. I do think the rainbow could be considered one step too far, but it really doesn't bother me enough because everything below it just looks awesome. Hey, Pat, what's up? All right, so Ice Top says 8, and Eric and Boyd says 10. Old Fashioned Punch Sound Effects gives it a 7, says Eddie. So we got a 7, 8, and 10. All right. Next up, we have Joe giving this an 8, as well as Dark Admiral saying, I'm confused about the rainbow. And Rhaegar, 8 because of the child soldiers. And then One Slate says 9. And that's great cover, but the rainbows are not needed on this cover. So we've got 3 8s and a 9. Next up, Michael Taylor gives it a 10. So does Jackson Raykirk. And Brian gives it a 9, saying going to pistol whip the Phantom instead of shooting him. All right, 10 10. Well, he's holding. Yeah, he is holding a gun. I thought it was a blade. Okay. So we got a 10 10 and a 9.
Who's holding a blade?
I thought the skipper was.
Really?
It's hard. Well, when I look up, I'm looking up and down. I see you see a little groove in the ceiling. I actually thought that was what he was holding, and the gun was the hilt.
That's a crooked blade.
Yeah, my eyesight. All right. Let's see.
Like I said, I want to see this desk. It's called crooked.
Eric and LK with elderly rap lyrics. Oi, it's so humid. Oi, it's so humid. Oi, it's so humid. It's so hot out here. Okay, so anywho, we've got Phantom at number 8. Skipper and Gilligan's Island about to knock Phantom out. Lots of action, storytelling, background, including trade dress rainbow is perfect score to knock out 10, says Maranya. All righty. You youngsters and your hip references to new songs. Yes, we need. Okay, there we go. All righty. So let me see what we got here. Let's get the stop. And if you haven't voted yet, you want to just put your number in. I will include it. And what we got here is 1 7, working on those 9 10s. Then we got 4 8s. So and then 2 9s. Not able to knock all the 10s off the board. So
what was Ted
ladies
Knight's
and
name?
gentlemen, our second
In
Caddyshack, evening.
In Caddyshack, the Ted Knight's nephew, what was his name? Spalding? That's what I think of the guy down the yellow. He's like, "Don't worry, I'm gonna help you," and he's gonna hit the guy instead.
You will have nothing, and you will like it. Okay, so that was MK. This is LK. You get issue number 9.
Okay.
Have a good night, Jackson. Take care. Don't forget to leave the scores in the comments once this is posted. Oh, change Eddie's to a 10. Okay, we'll do. Go on ahead. Sorry, LK.
Yeah, this is a little bit different type of cover than we've seen previously. Almost kind of a classic cliffhanger type cover. I like it. Good pose. I'll give it an 8.
Alrighty, we got an 8 from LK. Eric, what do you say?
I think I'm going to go 9.
All right. RDV?
I'm sorry, the henchman. He's just so weird looking. The giant axe, and here comes the dog who's about to murder his face. He's like, And I love the fan who's like, "Oh, that guy's dead." He's unconcerned about himself. He's got the dog there. He's the face on everybody's look. This is a 10.
Hey, Venkman, given what came out today, whenever you see a dog, shouldn't it have 2 heads?
Well, this dog's jumping up, much alive.
Alrighty.
I haven't read that though, so.
Yeah. I feel like I should go 7 just so we get 7, 8, 9, 10 here. No, no, I'll go. It's an awesome cover. I think I'll go. Yeah, I'll probably go 10 with this one. Just I agree with Venkman. Like the dog's face is just kind of so vicious. Like he's gonna destroy that guy's arm right there.
I'm looking at this. I'm loving it too. I think, but I'm getting very much Ten Commandment vibes with the tent and everything. Of course, not a lot of traps in those tents. The dog does look awesome. The guy looks foolish. Hassan Chop. The Phantom falls into the trap, which no man has ever escaped. I love the background. I mean, you look out, and it's not just a wall or anything. They could have been lazy about the stuff behind the executioner here, and they weren't. There's a lot of great tiny details on this cover. I'm giving it a 10 as well. They went out of their way for this one. Okay, let's see what the chat says. And let's see. Away. Ethereal Dragon says 8. And then we have, instead of Whack-A-Mole, it's Whack-A-Phantom. And 8 from Eric and Boyd, so 2 8s. Let's see. Good night to Jackson. Eric and Boyd says 8. Got that. Dark Admiral says 9. Mike says 8. And One Slick says 9. Looks like a classic Falk cover. So it's 9, 8, and 9. 2 9s and an 8. All right. Then Ice Tops gives it a 9. And Rhaegar says 10 because this is wacky. And Joe says 8. So we've got an 8, a 9, and a 10. Okay, then let's see. The Phantom suit makes sense. However, red suit guy, not really. Give it a 7. Brian says 9. The axe wielder looks weird in the legs. Alpha says howdy. It's an 8. Okay, so we've got another 7, 8, and 9. All right. 7, 8, and 9. Let's see. Phantom number 9 says Maranya, dog about to take out the Axeman. Phantom's pose looks weird. Background sets scene even with minor flaws. This is a doggo 10. All right. Hassan Piker Chop. I have no idea what that is. What's a Hassan Piker?
What's a piker? Isn't it?
But yeah, that's actually from a Bugs Bunny cartoon. They find it. Yeah, anywho, it's from a Bugs Bunny car. Hassan Chop, yes. Anywho, let's see. Let's get the stop down. We've got 1 7 trying to take down those 5 10s, but it's got help by the 6 8s, which is going to take down the last 4 of those 8s and then 2 of those 5 9s, and that's where this ends up at the 9 category. Boom, boom, boom. All righty. And moving on, that was LK, right?
Yeah.
And so I get issue number 10. Okay. Oh, my goodness gracious. It is Pharaoh. And he is pissed at Moses. Okay, so what do we have? We've got Pharaoh-looking guy, painted jungle background. You see a scene where Phantom is fighting or falling with this guy. I guess he's. You've got
they're brawling, wrestling on the ground. That's what it is. I mean,
the one guy has a club.
Well, I mean, I can tell you exactly. I mean, with the Phantom on the ground there, basically, Phantom got knocked to the ground or something. The guy's running up. It's the classic: stick your foot out, push the guy up over your head.
Okay, and then in the background, we've got African natives running forward with spears and shields. Canceled.
Well, they're not chucking anything.
You know, everything is painted well, but from what we've seen to this, I'm giving this a 7. It's not really jazzing for me. Eric, what do you think?
I'm going to say 9.
All righty. How about you, RDV?
I think I just got kicked in the nuts by a Phantom. And he's just like me after Wednesday night. I wake up fresh after hearing Madman in the Box. He's doing a little stretch there on the left there. He's, wow. I gotta give it an 8 though. Like, I don't need the Pharaoh with the cod piece,
That's a sword. It's a little bit on the nose.
I know.
He's got a sword right between his.
He's trying to compensate, Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an 8 for me.
All righty. How about you, MK?
I guess I'll go 9 on this one. I kind of like the fight. The mid, looks like he's flipping the guy there or kicking him with his horn carrot thing. I don't know what that is, but yeah. And I like the statue of the pharaoh, and yeah, or if that's a real guy, whatever. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll go 9.
All right. Okay.
There are some good things on here, but I wish they more focused on the battle in the foreground there. I don't like the background at all. I'm giving this a 6.
All right. And let's get to the chat. Now we've got, let's see, we've got an 8 from Ethereal Dragon, an 8 from Eddie, and an 8 from Dark Admiral. So we got 3 8. That's 1, 2, 3. Next up, a 7 from Joe and an 8 from Eric and Boyd, saying wrestling is gay. Wrestling a dude in a skirt, even more so. All right, so that's a 7 and an 8. Zoink and zoink. And then we have 10 from Ice Tops, 8 from Michael, and a 9 from Brian. So we get an 8, a 9, and a 10. Next up, Rhaegar saying 10 because it's really jazzing for me. I'm jazzed. Okay. Then we have an 8 from One Slate saying, why does he look black in the hands up pose? But when fighting the Phantom, he looks white skinned. That is, yeah.
It's not the same god.
No, it's the same guy. They're wearing the same hat. Only one hat like that, man. There was no other hat ever made like that.
Wait, it looks good on you, though.
Caddyshack. What a great movie.
I know.
All right. Maranya saying Phantom number 10. Great concept. Scale of figures a bit off. Rendering is great. Even with its flaws, it's a solid 9. All right. Let's see. One slick dude, that darkening of the figure in the background makes it recede. Alpha says 7. It's hard to tell what's going on. It's dark in the middle, yet light in the background, just like a hot pocket. Are they in a cave? Alrighty. And let's see. The chat has spoken.
They're in a cave.
I disagree with Eric. Wrestling is the straightest entertainment sport in existence, and you can take that back, sir. Let's see. Touchdown, and there you go. All right, so let's get this stop, and this is what we got, ladies and gentlemen. 1 6 taking out that 1 10, 3 7s taking out 4 of those, or 3 of those 4 9s, and then the rest are all 8s.
See, okay. So the whole story of this guy, he woke up, he thought he was gonna have a good day, then the Phantom interferes and he loses.
I know, he's like, I'm just gonna sacrifice a few people, and this ruddy bastard comes in. All right, Eric, you get issue number 11.
Okay. See, Phantom puts on his MJF ring.
Dang it, you beat me to it.
Knocks out Fidel Castro. I don't know what more you could ask for in a cover. 10.
Oh, dang it, I was going to say that too.
Alrighty, RDV.
Yeah.
It's more funny if you get the reference. But that guy just shoot a flare gun above them.
He's calling the other pirates.
Well, I hope he's
The
not calling
Singed
them
pirates.
Well, he's some stupid with a flare gun.
Yeah. But yeah, he really did knock him sick. You look at the guy's eyes are glazing over a little bit. Yeah, suddenly blinded. The Phantom needs all his powers to overcome a pirate gang. See, wow. I don't notice it too. The Phantom, in some of his covers, he looks like he's pushing 60. He's getting the Lee Majors.
He looks like Don Adams again, and I think that's all as well. So yeah.
But yeah, I like this. Man, I'm giving this a 9.
Okie dokie. MK, what do you think?
I was gonna say something similar. He looks older in this picture. Like, yeah. I guess I'll go. I'll probably go 9 too. You know, I like the punch and the way he's holding the gun after being punched by the Phantom. And yeah, the sky's cool. You know, the fire effect, the Phoenix going on back there, and yeah. Yeah, I'll go 9.
That Phoenix is not as cool as the Phoenix that's in Borderlands.
Oh.
Okay, what do you say?
Yeah, it's good. I like it. I'll give it a 10 because of knocking out Castro.
Yeah, and the Borderlands Phoenix.
No.
I agree. First of all, I thought, well, they did that. Okay, so it started off with Eric. I guess it's my turn. This stuff in 10. The colors on it are amazing. It tells a story. Yes, we finally get a close up of the ring. I like it.
Ring. Sorry.
Yeah. Let's see. Joe is saying 8. Eric boy, take that, you commie. Now make me a Cuban sandwich. 6 from Ethereal and a 10 from Michael saying great colors. So it's a 6, an 8, and a 10. Alrighty, 6, 8, and 10. Okie dokies. Ice Top says 8. Eric and Boyd says 7. Rhaegar says anyone who knocks out Fidel Castro on a cover gets a 10. So we got a 7, 8, and 10. All right. Next up is Brian. 10 all day. Finally, a close up of the skull ring. Rock on. Wait, no. Rock on. Great detail. Okie dokies. Now we're cooking with gas. 9 for Medi. And Maranya is saying Phantom number 11. Phantom knocking out the bad guy. Leaves a skull mark. Background guy shooting flare highlights the foreground figure. Simple, effective, sells the book. It's a ring punch 10. Alrighty, so a 9 and a 10. Let's see. My first sandwich reference, one slick dude. Someone else said it earlier. Okay. Let's see. Alpha Eagle 8. It's good, but the flare takes up too much of the space. Okay.
Woo! All right.
Wrong flare. Disagree. Alpha the flare both lights up the foreground figures plus unifies the design. One slick says 10. Dynamic cover and the color works well here. Good action sequence. Alrighty. Let's see. Yay, communism getting punched in the face. And Eric saying, I had a hard time ranking this one. It's pretty darn good. Let's get the stop on this one. We've got 1, 6, and 1, 7 working on those 8 10s. We've got 3 8s, so that's 5, and then we've got 3 9s, and that's 8. So it goes to the 9. I thought we might have had our third 10 of the evening, but nope. There we go. And RDV, you get the last book of the night.
Wait, sir. It's only 11:53. We can go longer.
All righty. Here we go. Book 12, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow. That guy is he from Excalibur? Where does he come from? It looks like
he's a jungle giant that hypnotizes wild animals to do his fighting for him.
Baboon. It looks like a cheetah.
That's a
tiger.
mandrill.
See a Marvel character too? The mandrill.
Yes, actually.
Yes.
Jungle Cat hypnotizes wild animals that do is fighting for him. Jungle Giant. Okay, yeah. He looks like he was sailing in the Spanish Armada and this guy or somehow got left behind. Dude, we got some skulls in there too. That's kind of cool. It's the If he didn't have the freaking like weird mustache, he'd be a much better villain. But he just kind of looks like he just like says tee and he twirls. I spin in your general direction.
Okay, hold on. I'm sorry, Dark Admiral. Let me mark down your 10. Apparently, I'm picking on Dark Admiral tonight.
But this is a 10. Look at it. You even got Kamala Harris in the middle laughing.
All righty, there you go. MK, what do you think?
Yeah, I like how the guy, looks like a nice amalgam of Danny Trejo and Swamp Thing, and that's what you get. And the mustache, the psycho monkey there, and the tiger or the cheetahs, and the skulls, of course, on the pike. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I'll go 10 with this one. Pretty cool.
Okay.
It's fine. I mean, it's part and parcel like many of the other covers we've seen tonight. I'm going to give it an 8.
All right. Eric?
I love everything about this cover except for the Phantom.
Yeah.
Because he kind of looks like a midget wrestler.
He does not look as tall as he does in other covers.
He's like Doink.
Yeah, so I think but since everything else is really, really cool, I'm going to go 9.
Alrighty. We got a 9. And I don't know. Have you guys ever been to a really nice restaurant and you order something and it's wow, okay, it's great. It sounds like the perfect meal. It comes in and the main course is okay, but the sides are awesome. That's what this cover is. Like you said, everything but the Phantom is good in this. He looks goofy. He's the main course. That's what we come to see. But everything else is awesome. The guy's face, the animals look awesome. The skulls, the jungle. It's just the Phantom. So yeah, I got to go 8 on this one. 7. I'm gonna go 7 on this one. It's good, but the problems with the Phantom knocking.
He was off his game. Get it? Game.
All right, so Joe says 8. Eric and Boyd says 7. Dark Admiral, Ice Tops, and Eddie say 10. So 7, 8, and 3 10s. 7, 8. 1, 2, 3.
Ice Top sounds like he's from the north here. Lucky choice of winter.
Ethereal says 8. Michael says 8. And let's see. We talked about Cackles a lot tonight. 6. So we got 2 8s and a 6. And let's see. Phantom number 12, Looming Giant Head. Jungle animals attacking Phantom. Just enough background to set the scene. Barbara Mandrell and the Cheetahs score a Looming Giant's Head 10. 9 from Alpha, saying, I don't think I can give a 10, but the creepy guy's face is spooky. Yeah, like I said, everything else better than the background's pretty damn good. Giving it a 9.
That's what he looks. He looks like King Arthur from Monty Python.
One Slick says 9. The Phantom tripped backwards, and the animals are laughing at him. And then we have Brian saying another 10 for me. Great coloring detail, throwing heat for me most of the night as I knew it would. So we got a 9 and a 10. All right. Let's see. I think the Phantom's head is too big, which makes him look short. Have a good day, Joe. Have a good day, Joe.
Have a good night, Joe.
You are correct, Alpha. Got to go. Have a good one. Have a good one, Dark Admiral. And there you go. Let's get the stop. And this is what we got, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a 6 trying to take on those 7 10s. So he's going to need help from those 2 7s. And then the 4 8s, leaving 3 9s left. All righty. Our last book. Not a bad ending. It's an awesome. it gets to the 9s. All right, and we are going to figure out this top. I have no fucking clue what is what, though. I'll tell you what. Obviously, Don Adams is the worst of the Knights. That's number 12. What is 11, 10, and 9? Eric, what's your favorite and least favorite? I don't think you know the numbers, neither do I, but at least we can go, hey, that guy.
I'm just going to say my favorite is number 12, and my least favorite is number 12, since that's the only one I can see.
Thank you for finding me. All righty. So now, what's your favorite of the 8s and the least favorite?
I think it's good the way it is.
All righty. RDV?
I think it's looks good. Yeah, to leave like it is.
Okay. MK, what's the best and worst of the 8s?
Yeah, I like that order.
Okay, LK?
I mean, I would move the middle one as the best, but there's already 3 votes, so it
3
doesn't
votes,
matter.
yeah. Well, there's 2 votes now because I think that's the better one, but yeah. Okay, let's go on up. LK, you start us off. 9s, best and worst.
I mean, with all of them lined up there, honestly, probably the gal hanging in the tree. And the worst would be the one that's already there at the bottom.
Okay. I'm going to second the gal in the tree. And in all honesty, yeah, I agree. How about you, Eric?
I think I'm going to go with Phantom knocking out Castro's the best. And I think I can leave the one that's already there because I think I did 4 10s and 2 9s on this anyway, so that was a 9.
All right. And ladies and gentlemen, remember, if you haven't voted in the poll, please do now. RDV, what do you think? Best and worst of the 9?
Best is him in the fire running away from the super apes. The worst is the laughing Kamala Harris at the bottom.
All right. I think we have our bottom solidified. MK, best?
Yeah,
and
can you hear me?
Yeah, what's the best of the 9s
cool.
right here?
Yeah, my screen kind of logged out there. Yeah, so 9s, I'm going to go to best, I think I would say, yeah, the one that's currently there with the lion.
Okay.
And the worst for me is the one all the way to the right, second to last, I guess. The one where there's like a lot of things going on in the cover.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's to me.
So you know what? We'll just keep it the way it is right here, and we'll say LK. What's your favorite, least favorite? 1 and 2. What's the best? What's the best of the night?
The second one.
All right. Eric?
I gotta say number 1 by a hair. I love both of these.
RDV, what's the best of the night?
Skull.
Okay. MK, what's the best of the night?
A 10 between those two. Yeah, I guess I'll go with the skull by a little bit.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
So once again, LK and I are on the island on our own. Okay, so number 12 ends up being Don Adams in the Lilliputian. We've got the Pharaoh and falling, being judo chopped here at number 11. Number 10 is the Silent Swamp attack. Number, what is that? 12, 11, 10. 9 is the Tiki Head. 8 is the Hypnotizing Animals. 7 is the Confusing Look into the Past. 6, Hassan Chop. 5, Running Through the Flames from the Super Apes. 4, Knocking Out Castro. 3, Saving the Blonde from the Lion. Number 2 is the Skipper trying to kill the Phantom while he punches out a guy on a port. And number 1 is number 1. So there you go, gang. That is ranking the Phantom covers. Thank you very much for Thank you very much for hanging out with us and doing that. Let's see what we got over here. once again, if you haven't voted, please do. Red guy is least. We got in the 9s. I agree. Eric, best cover is the Knockout. And then Phantom #1 is the best of the 10s. 9 has a lot of fantastic covers. Yes, it really does. It really does. Super Awesome is the first issue for me, says Brian. So we got the first issue right there, guys. Let's check out this poll, this so-called poll here, and see.
Oh, it's actually closer than I thought it would be.
We had 23 votes. Thank you very much for your participation here, guys. With 13%, we got the Terror, the Black Terror. 17 to the Invaders. 30 to Classic Illustrations. I should have said Illustrateds. And then the #1 is Celebrity Guest Covers. That means that I won't put up a comic book that stars a celebrity like Dean Martin, the other guy, Jerry Lewis or something like that. But if they're on somebody else's cover, I'll put that out. I know what's going to be #1.
Saturday Night Live?
No.
Really?
There's one with, I'm not going to mention, but Eric knows what I'm talking about. There is one done by Neil Adams that's got damn near everybody. So there you go. All right, kids. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. And tomorrow, what's going on?
Well, tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern, go to the Geeky Puppet Show. And Eric and I, along with Zach, who is still around occasionally, basically talking about the best books of the weeks that come out this week, and all. We show off the books that we also got as well, as far as they can be some back issues as well. And we'll be joined by Geek Easy, making his easy return for one night only.
Alrighty, and at 10:30, who knows what comic book covers we shall be ranking?
Who will be awake at 10:30?
No, you're not getting it. Let me try that again. And somebody who knows more, please, by all means, who knows what comic books covers we shall be ranking?
Definitely not the Shadow.
Yeah, that's where I was going. But thank you for ruining the joke there. That's awesome.
Well. I mean, if I want to look at Alec Baldwin all day,
we were doing a bit that you just, hey, let's steer this bit into the freaking tree. Anyway, guys, let's be the Shadow.
Wait. I'm a guy. I don't steer things into trees.
ALK.
Yo.
You want to hear peak 2024 MLB?
Sure.
I think your pitcher, Mike Yastrzemski's got nothing.
All right.
But
anywho, Shadow, guys.
That's because he's a right fielder normally.
Join us tomorrow for the comic book covers. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Don't forget to click like, share, subscribe, ring the notification bell if you haven't done it already. Go on over to Ko-Fi. Links in the description below. Drop $1 in the tip jar if you do like the content there. And as always, thank you very, very much for watching. Have a good night.
Night, everybody.
Bye, everybody.